Hard Knocks who's going to be starting at quarterback.
Okay.
There is no more Hard Knocks again. Lions and Chargers, Rivers, Stafford in the boiling heat on the turf there in San Diego. Amir Abdullah, you like this kid?
I love this kid.
Can't coach that, man.
21 reasons.
That was on his first carry, and that was against Eric Weddle that he did a little. Eric Weddle could play a little bit this week, too. Whoa. Keenan Allen was intended for him, but that's Glover Quinn with the INT. Lions up 21-10 at the break, third quarter. Stafford, though, I'll help you out. Kyle Emanuel.
I think that's where he hurt his arm a little bit. Hurt his arm right there.
Watch this.
That was an amazing interception as well as he just flips right over. That's a rookie linebacker. Now later on, Stafford.
Ooh.
That's picked off by Patrick Robinson.
Put it back, baby.
So first down for San Diego. Rivers. Stevie Johnson, he gets in.
Stevie can play. Say what you want. I don't care how many teams he's been on. He's bold.
Yeah, 3 years in Buffalo, over 1,000 yards receiving. That guy.
Stevie can play.
On to the fourth. Phillip.
Boom, quick release.
That's Antonio Gates' replacement the first 4 weeks. Ladarius Green. He's a big man.
Antonio, like this kid. Antonio, you better get on back, man, if you know what I know.
And then Stafford looking for golden tape, but that is incomplete. Lions forced the punt. Chargers trying to salt this one away. It's Danny Woodhead.
Woodhead, Joe Theismann. Woodhead.
Chargers end up winning this one, coming all the way back. By the way, Rivers ties Dan Fouts for the Chargers franchise record for TD. Now let's head to Cincinnati. The Bengals coming off a big win over the Raiders in Oakland, now back home taking on the Chargers, who came back to win big over the Lions in Week 1. There's Andy Dalton. Looked good in Week 1, although drive stalls here, punting.
Oh. We know why
you're showing it, right?
Right.
Well, it's because it's a huge play. Keenan Allen drops the punt, recovered by the Bengals, and now they are in business. And here comes Andy Dalton. 2nd and 7 to A.J. Green. Early candidate for catch of the day by A.J.
They are a basketball team when you get down in the red zone. A.J. Green, Eifert, Sanu, I mean, they are big across the board. Andy Dalton gave his guy a chance.
16-yard score. Bengals on top 7-0. Second quarter. Same score, Dalton, shotgun, going deep, and he's got Marvin Jones, who had a step or two on Brandon Flowers' 45-yard score.
People forgot about Marvin Jones. He's healthy. He's back. He should be a big contributor for this team.
Missed all last season and has the Bengals now up 14-6.
This might be the slowest fumble recovery return for a touchdown I've ever seen. But he made it, and he was confident about it.
Yeah. Dalton was hit by Manti Te'o. Ball comes loose. Jeremiah Tachu looked to be returned for the 36-yard touchdown, except...
was that slower than our tight end in Arizona last week?
Darren Fells? Yeah, I'm not sure. That play was reviewed. It was reversed, called an incompletion, so the Bengals led 14-6 at the half. All that for nothing. So here come the Chargers. Third quarter, Rivers to Stevie Johnson. Had a touchdown a week ago. Back into the end zone again. And Phillip Rivers passes Dan Fouts, now the all-time leader in Chargers franchise history for passing touchdowns. Phil has 255. Fourth quarter, Bengals up 17-13. Rivers sacked by Geno Atkins and Carlos Dunlap. Chargers got a punt. All right, so here come the Bengals off the punt. Gio Bernard got some run in this game after a couple fumbles by Jeremy Hill. And look at Gio.
I thought you saw against this Chargers team, the smaller backs you saw last week, Abdullah have some success. Today you saw Gio Bernard.
Yeah, that was a strategic start by you today in our NFL Game Day Live fantasy. So 5 plays later, Tyler Eifert back into the end zone. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year. Dalton, 3 touchdowns on the day.
Woodhead.
But look at Danny Woodhead. He hit a couple into the end zone a couple times in Week 1. Has 19 yards there over the middle from Phillip Rivers. 5 plays later, Rivers to Malcolm Floyd, who beats Drake Kirkpatrick for the 40-yard score. Chargers back in it here, down 20.
At that point in the game, 4 minutes to go, how do you allow a wide receiver to get by you in that situation?
And Chargers going for 2 here to try to make this a field goal game, but no, Keenan Allen cannot get into the end zone. Leon Hall makes the stop. So we're down 5 of the Chargers, and looking for the comeback here, but Vincent Ray picks off Phillip Rivers, intended for Melvin Floyd.
By an LB.
You said earlier, Rhett, you said that New England interception was the interception today. I'm going to go with this
Vincent
one
Ray?
simply because it was a linebacker.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice
And it was a big one for the Bengals as they moved to 2-0 with the 24-19 victory over the Chargers.
right now.
Good thing you're in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Adrian Peterson.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I put him in the lineup today. Got me 24 points. We'll get there in a second here. No score. 3rd and 10 for Phillip Rivers. Phillip sacked.
Pressure.
Fumble. Recovered. What do you see here, Lamar?
Well, the line collapsed, guys falling on the ground. Phillip Rivers took a little bit too long. They were able to get to him, get the ball out of his hands.
That's kind of like backyard
Anthony
rules.
Barr.
You get to 8 Mississippi, you got to get rid of the ball.
Got to go.
All right, so the Vikings up 3-0, and they're Teddy Bridgewater's got Mike Wallace there on the sidelines. Nice grab from Mike.
This was the formula for the Vikings today, though. Run the football.
Yeah,
It will
20
continue to be their formula.
for Adrian Peterson. And he gets into the end zone there to give the Vikings a 10-0 lead. All right, so here's Phillip Rivers stepping up in the pocket, looking deep for Malcolm Floyd. Got him into Vikings territory.
The Chargers
Later
moved
in
the ball
drive,
a little
2nd
bit.
and 10, Rivers.
They moved the ball. Just turnovers got him. You saw him take a shot here to Keenan Allen.
There's Keenan Allen on the 34-yard score. Nice catch and run there as he split the defenders. Chargers on the board down 10-7. Third quarter, same score. Chargers ball. Rivers under pressure.
They were
Gotta go
pressuring
down.
him all day.
And you know Mike Zimmer can bring the heat, right? And Tom Johnson there in for the the sack, 11-yard loss, and 2 plays later, Adrian Peterson.
Oh, you can't throw a shoulder at Adrian Peterson. That's not
Yeah,
going to get
you're
him.
going to have to bring it all, right? 43 yards for the score.
That's just called controlling the line of scrimmage with a gifted running back.
And then that's makes Eric Weddle miss. And that's his second touchdown of the day. Vikings
He's
on
speeding
top.
up. He's speeding up as the weeks go by. He was a little slower last week. Looks a little faster this week.
All right, next Vikings possession on a 4th and 9. Blair Walsh's 40-yard field goal attempt is good. But hang on a second. Melvin Ingram called for holding. Was he trying to free up another rusher there?
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, the field goal block team called for holding.
I
Gave
just
the
was
Vikings
asking
the first
Coach
down.
Mariucci about this play today. What happened to the flip play, DJ? And there it is.
That was LT. That's old school LT with the flip.
That
right there.
was one of the hardest plays to defend, especially for someone like
Peterson gets it right down to the goal line, and then it's Zach goal line into the end zone. Zach line, 1-yard score. Peterson giving him some love, and the Vikings were up 24-7.
under duress.
Phillip Rivers felt that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He took some shots from this front today.
As did Matthew Stafford a week ago. It's becoming a trend there for that Vikings defense. Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr, young bright star in this league.
Phillip would come out of the game but would return. All right, 4th quarter, next Chargers possession. Rivers here on a 3rd and 10. Still some time to get something done, but looking for
gotta
Stevie
hit
Johnson.
again.
And it's Chad Greenway off the tip.
Fluker.
Still going.
No, Fluker.
Catch him.
No.
Meanwhile, it's Chad Greenway still going. 20,
Not Fluker.
10-5. No, he stopped. Yeah, he stopped for sure.
I had a good one, but I didn't want to use it.
Greenway, 91 yards from the pick 6. Phillip Rivers' 4th pick of the season there. And the Vikings winners. Now won 2 straight, 2-1.
Hit Phillip Rivers 12 times in this game today.
It's a lot.
Vikings 31-14 over the Chargers.
The most exciting game of the day out there in San Diego. Joe Hayden with those banged up digits, inactive. So Phillip Rivers picked on that depleted Browns secondary. Rivers to Keenan Allen, who's working on Hayden's replacement. Pierre Desir, that's a pretty throw and catch by your former teammate.
Phillip has done this time and time again. He just knows how to put the ball in the correct place.
All right, let's move to the 4th quarter for the juicy stuff. Browns down 8. Josh McCown, Gary Barnage. Now watch. Juggling catch. They rule it incomplete. But Mike Pettin's like, under 3 minutes to go. I got all 3 timeouts. I'm going to use a challenge here.
Let's look at it again here, Mike.
And Mooch they are going to reverse the call that was made on the field. He got the elbow down.
Knee and elbow down.
One elbow
Maintain
is
control.
2 feet.
Reverse the call. Why
Yeah,
don't
we're
you?
good. We're
One
good.
elbow equals 2 feet if you're scoring at home.
Yeah, that's new math. And then there's Barnage. That's a touchdown. So now, Mooch, what does the chart say?
Go for 2.
It's very simple. Thank you. So McCown, who had a huge afternoon throwing for more than 300 yards again, that's to Taylor Gabriel. And it's tied at 27, but there's more than 2 minutes to go with Phillip in charge. And that's a rookie kicker in Lambeau on the sidelines. Danny Woodhead's taking it right up the
John does, but there's Woodhead.
So the Chargers are now in field goal range. So here comes Josh Lambeau, the rookie kicker, the former MLS goalie, and it's no good. However what? In typical Browns fashion, they are offside.
Are you kidding me?
Cut him. Who was offside?
Mike Pettin had hair before that offsides penalty was
God
called.
is on the waiver wire tomorrow.
And so Josh Lambeau, the winner, as I said, he's the former MLS goalkeeper for the franchise in Dallas, ends up saving the day for the Chargers.
24-20 as it has just gone final. Let's get you the highlights. Antonio Gates active for the first time after serving his 4-game suspension, and right out of the gate,
didn't take long.
The future Hall of Famer making his presence felt.
Nobody put hands on this guy at the line of scrimmage. Willie, what's up with that, man?
I'm
10
not
yards
sure,
in
but I
the
know
first
one
down.
thing.
Rivers going right to his
Wherever
go-to.
he's at, we're going to locate him and make sure he doesn't have a free release.
Like right here.
3 plays
This
later.
is like stealing, man.
Rivers, beautiful touch on that pass to Gates. 100th career touchdown reception, second tight end ever to get to that mark. Joining Tony Gonzalez. Second quarter, same score. It's Le'Veon Bell. Look at the juke. Just puts his foot in the turf.
The acceleration, the strength, the power. Best player on the field tonight.
Newly signed kicker Chris Boswell would hit a 47-yard field goal. Steelers down 7-3. Next Pittsburgh possession. Bell running right, picks up 32 yards.
Pretty body. Isn't that pretty, man?
He puts in a deep freeze, doesn't he, with some of those stops and starts now.
He had 105 rushing yards in the first half alone. Vic sacked by Corey Leggett. So 7-3 San Diego at halftime. Third quarter. Vic trying just to get some kind of comfort level in the offense. Intercepted. Jimmy Wilson on the pick.
Should have been.
Well, that a missed opportunity of a big play.
Nearly the pick, I should say, by Wilson. As Vic staring down Haywood Bay on that pass, the Steelers would punt. Ensuing drive. Rivers over the middle. Intended for Malcolm Floyd.
Oh, the play right there.
This is the way to finish. You see the lineman just jogging. He gave up on the play. He should get a loaf. And he allows him to score. And this happened to be the momentum changer and to actually play to win the football game.
Offensively, they need the defense or special teams to step up.
Number 60 needs to be sat down. Like, you don't stop in the middle of the play. Make a play on this guy right here. Watch him run right by him. You start jogging.
Great play.
That's unacceptable.
Anton Lake right there. You know he had safety help over the top. He was able to cut that off underneath.
Third pick six, by the way, thrown by Rivers on the season. Fourth quarter. Vic targeting Marcus Wheaton, but it's incomplete. Pittsburgh would punt. Rivers connects with Floyd over the middle. They pick up 32 down to the 27. 3 plays later, this is 3rd and 10. Rivers to Gates.
Fresh legs.
What an impact. I mean, right
Instant
here.
Impact.
The same route that he scored the first touchdown on, to the corner.
They still didn't put hands on.
And look at
that.
that
And the
beautiful
safety had no
touch
chance
pass.
from this position, the safety position, to go cover that.
Chargers up 17-10, second touchdown of the night.
Well, it's 101 total that he's caught. Most of them on plays just like that.
How would the Steelers respond? Ensuing drive. Vic play fakes, launches to Wheaton. Wide open for the 72-yard touchdown, and the Steelers in business.
And this is a great move by Wheaton. It's a double move on the pass route. Flowers looks back in the backfield on the double move. Then he has to grab the receivers, and you see Vic taking hits like this.
That's how he gets the respect from his teammates. Takes that kind of a shot to make that type of play, didn't bail on it.
And that's the double move. Flowers got caught looking in the backfield. And it was a free play because it was holding regardless.
And that's a pretty good cornerback that he's beaten on that play in Brandon Flowers. Ensuing Chargers drive. Rivers to Lardarius Green, 4 yards and a first down.
They just got the tight ends involved right here in this last drive. Get down the field.
It's a 3rd and 8 play. Rivers looking for Keenan Allen, but the pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Next play, Josh Lambo out for a 54-yard attempt. This was a kid that was kicking in the MLS just last season. Beat out Nick Novak for the job in the preseason. Bangs it in from 54 to give San Diego a 3-point lead. And so Mike Vick on the big stage. A drive that started at their own 20.
On the run like that, getting out of the pocket.
Hayward Bay, leaping grab for the 15-yard first down. This is a 3rd and 6.
There you go, Mike.
The old Mike Vick.
That's the old Mike Vick right
inside
there.
Inside the 20.
Didn't slide.
Yeah, he didn't slide, man. Just throw it to Heath Miller. Wow.
Miller inches away from the goal line. Penalty on the play was called on Jaleel Adai. Unnecessary roughness on the hit. That stops the clock with 5 seconds left. Steelers still had their timeout, and then they make the very
go for the win. Baldy.
Interesting decision to go for
it. Well, it worked, Mike, so it looks good right now. No, but that's obviously situational football where they're, in 1 yard to go. We got to win the game. What are we going to do? We're going to go Wildcat here. This effort. He was stopped at the 2.
Listen, we've seen this play before. Time is run down. You got one of your best players in the backfield. Hand them off the ball. Give it to him.
24-20 the final as the Steelers win it with zeros on the clock.
At Lambeau Field, Phillip Rivers trying to pick up his first win ever against Green Bay. Of course, he doesn't play that often. Aaron Rodgers, Pack, they've won 12 straight at home by an average of 16 per, so you're thinking laugher. Especially when James Starks does this. Really, he's become the featured back now, LT.
Yeah, he has, but, Eddie Lacy was hurt today, but James Starks showing you that he can get the job done, too. He has the speed to take it to the house.
That was a 65-yard scamper, and everybody in Green Bay is loving it. On to the second. Rivers with his team down 11. On 4th and 3, Antonio gets that huge Monday night game, but this is a huge drop.
Nice back shoulder throw, and he couldn't hang on to it. All right, you'll get another chance.
Yeah, that was a 12-play, 62-yard drive that registered no points. Later on, they're down 2 scores. Rivers to Keenan Allen.
What a game he had.
Wow.
Allen with 14 grabs and a $157. Another huge day for him. And then Rivers, Allen again with the tippy toes.
Yeah, what's that toe drag thing you're going to do to
Toe drag swag.
Toe drag thing?
Yeah.
You're going to get on board.
That'll make it, won't it?
Come on. All right, 4 plays later. 4th and goal. What are we going to do? We're throwing it to Dontrell Inman.
Nice.
Yeah.
On 4th down.
His first career touchdown gets the Chargers within 7 at the break. 3rd quarter. Packers' first drive of the half. Rodgers on 3rd and 7, sacked. He was dropped 3 times on the day. And then the Chargers' next drive, Philly Riv, who only threw it 65 times to Malcolm Floyd in front of Clinton Diggs. That's a gain of 50. Then 5 plays later, Rivers, Ladarius Green, the big fella.
He can get it done now. Big, tall joker.
And we are tied at 17 as they beat Bloodlines for the score. Later on, Rodgers. Wait a second. This isn't. Is that Randall Cobb?
It's Randall Cobb.
One of his 2 catches on the day? I know he's been a fantasy disappointment. We all wonder what's going on there. And then Rodgers to James Jones, of course.
He hasn't been a fantasy disappointment.
No, he hasn't. Another touchdown for James Jones. Guy catches like 2 passes a game, and one of them always ends up in the end zone. Later on, Rivers. Almost picked by Sam Shields. So instead of an INT, Green Bay's defense gives up 3 points, so their lead is down to just 4. Later on, Keenan Allen not on the field after suffering a hip injury, so where's Rivers go? How about Malcolm Floyd? And he can't come down with it.
He usually comes up with these type of plays.
Demarius Randall got his paw on it, knocked it away, and the Bolts were forced to punt. Next Green Bay drive, 3rd and goal, trying to put it away with a score. Rodgers to Rodgers, incomplete. They settle for a Mason Crosby field goal and a 7-point lead. Rodgers just 16 of 29 for 255 on the day. So here comes Philly Rib. Hitting Gates with under a minute and a half to go.
Stuck that one on him.
Gates with 9 grabs for 95 yards. 2 plays later, Rivers to Gates. That's another first down. All right, Philly Rivers, let's get him to the line. Get him to the line. As I said, Rivers 43 of 65. Now we're going to run it with 20 ticks to go as Danny Woodhead is stuffed. So they had to use their final timeout. And it was knocked away on 4th and goal by Demarius Randall. And Rivers cannot believe it. Chargers and Raiders. Winner of this one gets to play in L.A. next year. First Chargers possession. Billy Rib, who threw for 503 last week. Tip drill picked off by Malcolm Smith, former Super Bowl MVP. Gets it down to the 2-yard line where Latavius Murray would punch it in. Rivers threw for 336, 3 scores, 2 INTs on this day. Guys, Amari Cooper is a bad man.
He's a beast now.
Watch this.
And he's got a guy to get him the ball, too.
On 3rd and 14, Derek Carr. Oh! Go get it, young man. And he did. That's a gain of 44.
That defensive back should be slapped.
Well,
Look at this.
that's the safety.
Beautiful.
That's what I mean.
So the Raiders would lead it 23-3, and then it's Carr swinging on out to Cooper.
That big lineman hunted then, baby.
Oh, right there. That move is great.
This combination.
Capital S, special.
Guys, did you see the lineman? Watch the lineman get out. Let's make note. Look at the big fella moving it.
Oh, all right.
Move right here. Here it is. Oh, man. You see, you can't coach that. That boy get out the bed with that, people. You ready?
5 catches, 133, and that touchdown for Cooper. And the Raiders end up winning 37-29.
A lot of elevation on that bounce.
Nah,
Look,
he
nobody
got
spikes
about
it.
a C on the. He got an A for the touchdown. We got a C for a spike.
Nobody spikes it like Gronk. All right, here we go. Ravens, Chargers from Baltimore.
A lot of
Joe
time in the
Flacco.
pocket.
We're tied to 3 here in the first quarter. Flacco going deep for Steve Smith Sr.
Please come back, Steve. Get
He goes
healthy.
up and
Come on
gets it.
back.
Steve feeling it. Again, before the season, Steve telling everybody this would be his final year in the NFL. More on that part of the story here in a moment. It's Malcolm Floyd on the receiving end of this Phillip Rivers touchdown catch, pass, and the Chargers go on top with that TD, 10-6. Under 5 minutes to play here. Flacco to Crockett Gilmore.
If you watch that play, his man was trying to come across the formation, got picked off, fell. Easy touchdown.
Flacco's TD pass as the Ravens back on top, 13-10. Same score here. Waning seconds of the first half. Rivers going back to Malcolm. No, that's Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
That's
Great
a touchdown right before the first half is over.
Like, hold on, man. Hold on a minute. I'm hurting. Don't just yank me up.
Check out Keenan really going to fall hard on that right shoulder.
You saw him grimace as soon as he hit the ground.
Boy, he hangs on to the ball. That's impressive.
And,
Keenan would lead the game.
trainers for the San Diego Chargers have been busy this year.
Real busy.
Especially today.
Extra point was blocked there. Chargers up 16-13 at the half. Third quarter, we're now tied at 16 until Malcolm Floyd. 70-yard touchdown, his second of the day. Longest TD of his career, guys.
The secondary, Willie, for Baltimore has had a rough year.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out. They were trying to fix some of those problems in the offseason, but it just hasn't worked out. And a lot of teams have been taking advantage of a bad secondary for the Ravens.
23-16 Chargers. Next Ravens drive. 3rd and 5 for Flacco. Finds Steve Smith. And look at it go. Run after the catch. Yeah, he's got some burst left, that's for sure, until You
knows
see
right
him go
away.
down.
Yeah, look, I tore my Achilles last year. You know immediately when it happens. You see when Steve Smith goes down.
Oh, gosh.
You saw it right
You was
there.
hooping, DJ. Were you going up for a dunk or
no,
something?
it was a simple back cut, Willie. It was a simple back cut, which would have ended with a very nice left-handed layup. Maybe would have slapped the glass, maybe not.
Maybe
you never
not.
know. But,
Double tap or single tap?
Single. You know that it's gone. Steve Smith pointed to it. He knew right away.
And he left the game, obviously, John Harbaugh confirming afterwards that it was, in fact, a torn Achilles for Steve Smith. He is done for the season, perhaps done for his career. But the Ravens still with a game to play here, down 4. Flacco.
It's a good play by Flacco. Fumbled the snap, picked it up, got it out to his back.
To Jeremy Ross. Then Flacco going to keep it himself on 1st and goal, sneaks it in, and the Ravens have the lead. 26-23, 5 minutes to go. So next Chargers possession. DJ, you were calling for it. Needed the dump offs to Danny Woodhead.
Yeah, he's been doing this the end of these games for the San Diego Chargers when they're chasing some points. Danny Woodhead's been a go-to guy.
He's a headache for defense.
Rivers to Woody.
Guys like that.
For 26. Then 6 plays later, 3rd and 14. Rivers looking for Malcolm Floyd to try to extend this one. Does not get it. Falls incomplete. Josh Lambo, though, would nail a 49-yard field goal to tie it up with the Ravens. With another shot.
3rd and 19, Willie.
3rd and 19.
Why?
I don't know. That's just not smart football.
Steve Williams gets called for pass interference on a ball that was clearly out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to have better judgment. You got to be aware of the situation. And if you're pinning the guy to the sideline,
he's got nowhere to go.
He's got nowhere to go.
Well, the call then pushes the Ravens into field goal range for Justin Tucker, and from 39 yards out, one of the best kickers in the game, not going to miss that one. It's good. Ravens win. Rivers, 300 yards and 3 TDs. Flacco, 300 yards as well. But both teams.
Tucker doing a little dance after this.
Is that a kicker dance?
That's a kicker dance.
What do we call it?
Be careful on the come down after you jump. You know, a lot of knees.
Yeah, we don't
guys
need
been blowing out their knees from doing the little celebration dances.
Grammatica didn't have all that, though, when he jumped. He just
But
kind of
Tulloch
jumped.
a year ago, you know, a couple guys did it.
All right, Ravens, second win of the season. And the Chargers have now lost yet again, now 2-6.
When they put in guys that you know not the big dogs, go after them.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers losing to the Steelers on Monday night back in Week 5. Keenan Allen, of course.
That was Keenan Allen.
Oh, that was J. Cole.
Separating at birth.
Well, the night did not start well for
That's
Cutler.
Burrell right there. Pick 6 to the house.
Picked off Jason Verrett. When this kid has been healthy, he has been some kind of cornerback for the San Diego Chargers. Cutler can't believe it. As we take another look, Verrett.
They were just off right there.
It's a bad throw. Throw behind him. It's a good play by him. He's one of the better cover guys in the league, though. Scrappy.
This is Chicago's ensuing drive. Cutler on the play fake finds Martellus Bennett for the touchdown. And with that, Cutler becomes Chicago's all-time touchdown passing leader, passing the great Sid Luckman.
Congrats, Jake.
Wow, that record stood a few years, huh?
Fourth quarter. Chargers lead down to 2 Rivers to Stevie Johnson. You knew he'd have to play a bigger role in the absence of Keenan
I know
Allen.
Stevie really well, and he's just emotional. He wanted to get in the end zone for a touchdown, so he didn't do it to hurt the team.
This is 3 plays later. Rivers buying time.
Here's the touchdown.
We've seen this 1 or 2 times. Antonio Gates in the back of the end zone, but a penalty marker on the play.
Right here. He's just trying to get a block.
That's
he's
what
just
I'm
trying to
saying.
do his job.
He think his guy's running, yeah.
It's tough.
DJ
Right now, I'm
Fluker,
thinking
ineligible man downfield.
I'm thinking Rivers is going to take the sideline.
And if this is anybody other than Phillip Rivers, that might have been a touchdown by the quarterback.
So San Diego would settle for the field goal, their lead at 19-14. That look of Mike McCoy telling the story. This is Chicago's ensuing drive. Alshon Jeffrey.
Oh, he caught that ball with his hands.
Posted him up.
Posted him up.
Yeah, he was basketball.
He was boxing him out.
Yeah, LeBron had you on his back hip.
Look at Zach Miller. One-handed touchdown catch. Miller, a guy who had been out of the league the last 3 years, his first touchdown reception since week 4 of 2011.
Sometimes your guys just have to make plays. You know? I mean, and Zach.
And be lucky, because, you know.
That's good feeling.
Bears would convert A 2-point conversion up 22-19. One last gasp. But Rivers sacked.
Lamar Houston
jumped offside a couple times, but guess what? I'll take those sacks at the end of the game to make up for it.
Just don't hurt yourself at the end.
On a 4th and 23, Rivers just throwing it up.
Jump ball. That's bad football right there. You're supposed to go up and spike that ball down. Don't take a chance trying to catch it and flip it to the
or at least catch it.
Well, it might pop it into the wrong person's hands for a touchdown.
Smith on 2nd and 6 has West wide open. West breaking free, 40 inside the 35. West still going, and finally brought down by Brandon Flowers, the one-time Chief. West 48 yards on the catch and run, and Kansas City in business.
I like Andy Reid being aggressive here.
Reid's going to roll the dice. They go to the big fella, the tight end. It's Brian Parker mashing his way into the end zone. And Kansas City drives it down the field and gets onto the football field. It's Dontari Poe, I beg your pardon. Rivers, here they come on 3rd and 10. Slinging the far side of the field. He's got his man, Dontrell Inman, wide open, 17 yards. Well, very animated discussion during the timeout between Rivers and Antonio Gates. Something you rarely see. Well, this was the conversation just a couple of seconds ago during that timeout.
Yeah, we don't know what was being said, but certainly it's a heated conversation.
Missed a game due to a concussion in week 7. We've seen his receiving yards on the decline slightly over the last 4 weeks. A big catch there. Smith on 1st and 10, trying to thread the needle, and he does. What a catch by Albert Wilson.
Jam the tight end in that situation.
Clock continues to run inside of a minute. Smith flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, completes inside San Diego territory. That's Albert Wilson, another first down play here in week 11. Smith on 2nd and 10, throwing end zone. It's caught. Kelsey, touchdown. Now the Travis Kelsey touchdown still under review. Here's the call.
After review, the receiver never had control of the ball. The ball hit the ground. It is an incomplete pass.
On successive plays earlier this quarter. That pass is deflected and intercepted. Justin Houston, and he's in for the pick 6.
This is Tomahawley and Houston working so well together, creating what we call the illusion of pressure for a quarterback. Even when it's not there, he was feeling it.
Colquitt on the punt. This is Herndon. Ball comes loose. He fumbled the football. Who's got it? Kansas City football. Spiroditas, Solomon Wilcox, Scott Kaplan. 19-3 Chiefs. Here's Spencer Ware breaking free. Inside Chargers territory. Ware still going. Finally dragged down from the back. Jason Verrett among the defenders to get to him, but not before Ware gashes him for 52 yards.
These running backs they have a unique coach in Eric Bieniemy.
4th defensive holding penalty that's been called against the Chargers. Fresh set of downs, and they will bust it into the end zone for the Kansas City touchdown. It's Spencer Ware.
He still comes down on the other side of the goal line. And that's what his coach wants from him. Hey, you've got to commit to hitting that hole and do so violently.
I judge him by how much hair he has. Obviously lost his hair after the chemotherapy. But all that hair is back. Look at Ware taking on tacklers. 5 and 5. Here's Ware on 2nd and goal, trying to find the edge. Falls into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. The Kansas City Chiefs resurgent, 4 straight wins and right in the thick of things in the race for that final AFC wildcard spot. Final score, Kansas City 33 and the Chargers 3. Stevie Johnson, all kinds of talent, but he has been a volatile player over his 8 years in the NFL. Play clock just to the 1. Here he is over the middle. It's Dontrell Inman inside the 35, down to the 30. They get that yardage back, 23 yards and a first down tackle by Aaron Colvin.
In this defense, they force everything and funnel it to the middle of the field, and Phillip Rivers is taking advantage of it. Quick in-breaking.
Rivers, second and goal, slings it, end zone, caught, touchdown, Antonio Gates.
And you can see Woodhead over here, Gates over the middle of the field. And this is how they were able to convert the third down play on the same kind of route. They went right back to it. They get Gates inside that corner, Devon House, and that's an easy touchdown. This is the best route combination between these two players, Gates and Woodhead.
So first and 20 after the marker. There it is. Oh! That pass is deflected and intercepted. Manti Te'o! Massive play for this Chargers defense. He runs it back 11 yards, and he is mobbed by his teammates.
I think it's just a really good play. He's going to read the eyes. He's going to get is there's going to be the curl route right there. And look, he's going to see it here, but Manti Te'o, he's able to get right underneath it. Just good vision. Look at him read the eyes of the quarterback. Step right into the passing lane and able to haul it in. Just great anticipation. Those are the instincts you saw from Manti Te'o in college. And now as he's able to stay healthy and stay on the field, beginning to make those plays in San Diego.
First and 10 for the Jacksonville 12. Rivers steps up, puts a man under it, throws end zone, it's caught! It's Gates again for the touchdown!
Because he knows he's got single high coverage, but look, watch this route. It's wide open over there. Throwing it over the top of Cyprien and away from the safety, and you can see just a really good throw and a great read of the defense by Phillip Rivers.
Antonio Gates playing on that injured knee that he heard about.
Now they're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
You like this decision?
I do like the decision, considering what the score is.
11 minutes left. They take a chance. Thomas catches it and is into the end zone.
Now watch Weddle. He's got man-to-man coverage right there on Thomas. But then watch Thomas. He recognized that Weddle has man-to-man. He gets outside and then watch him get back underneath and inside. And Bortle throws a strike to Julius Thomas, who made 2 big-time catches on this drive, including this one for a touchdown.
Under 5 minutes left in the 4th. Rivers going end zone. It is caught. Stevie Johnson for the Chargers touchdown.
There you see he fakes like he's going out. Posluszny is matching up with him, or at least trying to, but both feet. Did he get that second one down? Yes, he did. Maintain possession of the ball through the fall. Remember, he made contact with the ground. This is one of those plays that he's got to maintain control of the ball, even though 2 feet are down. Now he's going to the ground. He's got to maintain control and possession. No one back to field this punt. So that means they're going to come after it.
Maybe the only chance that they have left. And they block the punt. Football is loose inside the 25. Jacksonville recovers.
Hayes Pillard, 52, was able to knife in and block it. And they're going to try to scoop and score, but Pillard is the guy that came through, the rookie out of USC. Right up the middle. What a play. Well, they rolled. They put all the chips to the center of the table there, didn't they?
And if they can put one in here quickly, they've got a chance. That throw, end zone, caught. Robinson for the touchdown. And this one not over quite yet.
Well, we told you he had that huge pass catching radius. 6'3", 210. Plucks this one off the head of the defender, Patrick Robinson. Robinson saying, hey, I'm doing all I can to keep this guy off the ball. Robinson contesting all the way to the ground. But watch how Allen Robinson goes up.
Ball did not get the necessary 10 yards on the play, and it will be a mere footnote as the San Diego Chargers come to Jacksonville, spoil the Jaguars' party, and they end their long 6-game losing streak as they win for the first time since week number 4 back on October the 4th. 31-25, the final.
All right, let's move on to the Denver Broncos, who are certainly not terrible, not under Brock Osweiler, looking to improve to 3-0 as a starter. Handing it off to nobody in San Diego. Oh, this is just 3-game warm-ups. I got it. Osweiler looking for Vernon Davis. And Davis takes a hit. After a gain of 16. He would actually later leave the game because of a concussion. Not seen there after a hit. Osweiler hits Demaryius Thomas. That's a gain of 21. Gets him inside the 5. Next play, Osweiler didn't have a big stats day at all. Threw for $166. There's the touchdown to Thomas. You know, Thomas had only 4 grabs with Osweiler in those 2 games as a starter. He had 6 on this day.
He dropped 6 last week.
Nice. Third quarter, Osweiler looking for Emmanuel Sanders. It's picked off by Jason Verrett. Now, that's something that Osweiler hasn't done.
It's a lot of
is get
a
picked
lot of
off.
hair.
Just his second interception as a starter. Of course, Peyton Manning, 17, still leads the NFL. Philly Rib, second in the NFL in passing yards coming into the week.
I'm starting to feel sorry for Philly Rib.
He threw for just 202. That's Danny Trevathan. For Rivers, his 5th pick 6 of the year. That's the most in the NFL. That number 1 D for Denver. They're currently the 2 seed.
No idea what is and what isn't. You can't fault them for the effort, that's for certain.
All right, so it's still 7-0 in Green Bay, Packers on top. In Arrowhead, Kansas City, Alex Smith,
surging.
To Jeremy Maclin.
Jason's matched up with Maclin today, too. That was a fun matchup.
Yeah. Second quarter, not a high-scoring affair here from Arrowhead, but Alex Smith going to try to get the scoring started. Nope, there you go. There's your boy, Jason Verrett. He's picked off. Nice play.
They're a bad football team, but he's having a good year. He's going to be a good player for them for a very long time.
312 consecutive pass attempts without an interception. Now the 313th was picked for Alex Smith. A great run of taking care of the football by the Chiefs quarterback comes to an end right there. 3rd and 3, though, as the Chiefs get the ball back. It's Alex Smith doing it on the ground, as boy, we certainly saw last week he can do.
A little bit fired up about that hit he took, too. Yeah, well, I thought that might have been a flag there. He did come flying in, sparing kind of late.
2nd and 4.
How about that?
Albert Wilson. Albert Wilson, 44 yards for the score. Got that a 9-play, 96-yard drive.
Oh, dabbing.
Chiefs
on
top,
let me try
7.
Oh, he was dabbing. Was that better?
That was better. And spoiler alert for you, that's the only touchdown you're going to see from this highlight.
Let me tell you something about that man right there with that Derek 5 Johnson. And that 6 on. He just makes plays.
Hey, DJ, you know what else he was? Individual defensive player pickup this week, Derek Johnson.
Oh, you started him, huh?
Started him. Nice.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Philip Rivers trying to get his guys back into it.
Oh, got his hip into that one. I mean, he put everything he had into that throw. Just hit Floyd in the wrong place.
That could have been the second touchdown of the highlight, but nope, I told you that was the last one.
Yeah, that's the definition of a body drop right there. The bad weather can force you to try to catch the ball differently than what you would normally do.
Next Chiefs possession, bad weather maybe here for Jaleel Adday as he was almost picks off Alex Smith. Kind of goes right through his hands, you're going to see.
Some guys feel like they can grab the ball better without gloves on. Personally, I think that you should wear gloves when it's a wet game. But, hey, I'm retired.
10-3, 3rd and 14. Philip Rivers going back for Malcolm Floyd. Does he come down with that?
How about that one?
Sure does. 41-yard gain. Down to the Chargers 48. They're still alive. 4th and 3. Philip got it again. This time it is Javonte Herndon.
They're driving.
Yeah, down to 4th and 10 inside the 40.
They're driving.
Again. This time it's Antonio Gates, now inside the 25 of the Chiefs. 4 plays later, Vincent Brown.
They're driving.
Re-signed by the Chargers, now inside the 5, guys. All right, so here we go. 5 seconds
put
left.
enough gas in the tank, Rat?
Phillip.
What? There was a flag there. You got to get the ball snapped in there. Oh, my gosh. Delay a game. 2nd and goal. Phillip.
What's he got?
You got an incomplete.
Incomplete.
Man, they have had some heartbreak.
Offsides.
They were offsides. They went back 5 more yards.
All right, so they give another shot at it. They're not upset with that. 2nd and goal again.
Last
Phillip
play.
looking for Danny Woodhead.
Oh.
Boy, it looks like he almost had it in and out of his hands. And that's your final. Chiefs 10-3 as the Chargers end a game down there in the red zone as they have a couple of times.
Think about the Steelers. You beat them on that last play with with the Wildcat, I believe. Wasn't that what it was? Le'Veon Bell and the Wildcat second effort. I mean, they've had some gut-wrenching losses. Wow. Well,
so Phillip Rivers 24-43, 263 in the loss. They are now officially eliminated from the playoffs at 3-10. Kansas City Chiefs now have won their 7th straight game, fellas. Now 8-5.
And look at that schedule. They're going to go ahead and finish this thing out. I believe they're going to be 11-5.
You think 11-5?
Oh, I think they're going to win the last 3 games. I don't think they're going to lose.
Fast-moving first quarter, inside 4.5 to go. It's 2nd down and 12. Rivers looking for Danny Woodhead. He's got him, and he's in for the touchdown.
See him stacked right there in the bunch formation, a little out and up over the top.
You know, that's the same route they tried to run on the last play from scrimmage last week in Kansas City that did not go. They come right back to the same route, a little out and up by Woodhead. This time they connect, and it is a touchdown.
On 2nd and 8. Good protection. Rivers taking a deep shot from Malcolm Floyd, and it's intercepted. Rashad Jones on the pick, and he's got some room to run. Jones cuts back at the 30. Jones at midfield lost the football. Ball is loose, and Rivers falls on it. How do you like that?
And it'll be 1st down as well.
Rivers, he moved the least of any.
Gosh.
Jones comes down with it, makes a great return. But look at him carrying that ball loose. It got stripped and kicked around a little bit. And who's right there to fall on top of it? Phillip Rivers.
It went from being 2nd and 8 on the 42 to 1st and 10 on the 38. Watch him. He's taking a play. Well, that's too bad.
Walk over here. I'm
threw it intercepted. Oops, something's coming. There's a train coming. I'm going to get out of the way.
Oh, there's the ball.
That's called doing the Steve Berline right there.
No, it is not.
Backtracking and moving away. Keep in mind, San Diego does not have a rushing touchdown since week 1. Woodhead is in, and finally the streak is over.
Which were week 1 of the season.
The only 2.
The only 2. That's right. Not the last. The only 2 of the season. Right there, he gets the 3rd.
Well, interestingly enough, 12 straight games without a rushing TD. All is 1 shy of the NFL record set by the Chargers in 2011 and 2012.
Fans thought that was pass interference. 3rd and goal. Rivers on the run, moving right. Rivers fires low. Woodhead makes the catch. Touchdown.
Woodhead's going to come out of the backfield and end up coming right back to the pylon right there, and that's an easy throw and catch. When Rivers has got that much time and Woodhead's got that much space, that's an easy touchdown.
Now, there's no team that uses the running backs and the tight ends more in the passing game than the San Diego Chargers. Number 1 in terms of number of receptions, number 2 in terms of yards, and number 3 in terms of receiving.
Miami right now does not have a backup offensive lineman available as Ajayi gets the call. Jay Ajayi spinning his way and scoring his first NFL touchdown.
I mean, look at the balance and the body control when he gets up through that line. Good push up front.
They're going to cave that all down to the right, and Ajayi just comes back cuts it back behind all the big pile of bodies and gets right into the end zone.
First 33 plays of the game, Miami had 75 yards of offense. In the last 4 plays, 60 yards of offense, and the first NFL touchdown for Jay Ajayi. One of the true gentlemen in the sport is retiring after 10 years in the NFL. As Donald Brown is off to the races. Brown still going inside the 10, and finally they catch him at the 5-yard line. A gain of 53.
The gut, nothing fancy about it. He just saw the seam and hit it. Poor tackling by the Dolphins, not disciplined in their gap responsibilities. Donald Brown was on that safety before he could even blink. And then, of course, he's going full.
Quick pass to Woodhead, looking for his 4th, and he's got it. Touchdown number 4 for Danny Woodhead today.
Nothing special. I mean, it's just a little up and under, a slant underneath a go route.
Well, he's so versatile. You can flex him out, and anywhere on the field you can line him up, and he's gonna present problems for the defense because he's such a tough matchup.
One shy of the franchise record, Kellen Winslow had 5 touchdowns. Ajayi, the running back. Tannehill on the keeper, and Tannehill gets in for the touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the season and the 5th of his career.
Ryan Tannehill, we know what a great athlete he is. Converted from a wide receiver at Texas A&M. Still developing as a quarterback, a guy that I think has the potential to be a big-time NFL quarterback. Still growing into his role as a quarterback. But right there, he showed you the other dimension he brings, his ability to keep you honest by beating you with his feet.
Now Mike McCoy is orchestrating how he's going to pull this off with Rivers, Floyd, and Gates getting an ovation. Looks like he's going to take a delay of game penalty and then have them come out. And for the Charger fans who have seen these 3 play for so many years here in San Diego, Rivers in his 12th year, Floyd in his 10th year, Gates in his 13th season. There's the flag for delay of game, and here it comes.
Now coming out of the game, Philip Rivers, Malcolm Floyd, and Antonio Gates. John Clemens at quarterback.
In any event, if today was it, the Chargers went out in style. A 30-14 win to stop a 5-game home losing streak. Philip Rivers over 300 yards. Antonio Gates had 6 catches. Malcolm Floyd had a big catch. Danny Woodhead with 4 touchdowns. Charger fans hope this isn't it, but it could be in San Diego.
How it all went down?
Yes.
Check in on the game here. We've got Charles Woodson. We know it's his last game ever at the black hole. It takes the field with smoke behind him. An amazing moment for him and the Raiders fans who love him like crazy. That is family posing for pictures before the game. He wasn't the only one with a memorable night, though.
No.
Latavius Murray.
Yeah, started off strong here in the first quarter and honestly continued throughout the game.
First Raiders rusher to pass the 1,000-yard mark since Darren McFadden did it in 2010. Raiders down 17-10 at halftime, though. Add 2 in the third, though. Chargers backed up on their own 6.
Philip, you got to get rid of the football. You cannot take a safety. in the end zone, Phil. But he's a veteran. He knows this. And Ken Norton loves it.
Yeah.
He's a
He'll
linebacker.
take it.
Fist pump.
Yeah.
17-12 the score now. Josh Lambo looking to add to that Chargers lead here. This drive is crazy, guys.
Yes.
Field goal is good. However, flag on the field. Khalil Mack called for defensive holding.
And every coach in the NFL is going to take the penalty.
The first down.
The first down, so they can have an opportunity to score a touchdown.
But they did take 3 points off the board.
You're supposed to.
No, you're right. You're right.
I know the end result didn't come out the way you
Hey,
wanted.
look, next play, it looks like it was the right call because that right there, boom, touchdown.
But not so
Wait
fast.
for the yellow laundry.
Wait, because
That was a good catch, though.
Oh, actually,
Great
no yellow
concentration,
laundry,
way to
I'm sorry.
pull it in.
it was a good catch till this.
All the San Diego Chargers fans are cheering. And
All
then
scoring plays reviewed, and so
Overturned.
they
So remember, we had 3
realized
points,
that it wasn't a touchdown.
and they took it off because
Now
the
they're
first
kicking.
down, and then they missed.
Yeah. Seriously, events didn't go in the Chargers' way.
Yes.
So talk about catching the break for that team. Chargers essentially had a field goal, a touchdown, and a missed field goal on that one drive. And then the Raiders make their own
ball
luck here.
out. Mr. Malcolm Smith, the former Super Bowl MVP.
Got it out. Look at the big fella run down
Get
the
moving.
sideline. He's almost got in the end zone.
Vincent Mayo.
I took everything out of
Yeah,
him.
Willie would have scored. I'm just saying. But watch this, Malcolm. Boink, like Peanut Tillman-esque.
Hey.
Pop that sucker out.
It's all about the ball.
And then Big Man's got some moves after that.
He got away.
Okay, so
Mr. Carr, Crabtree, touchdown. Gotcha,
that's what
Lindsay.
happens after you have a touchdown, right?
It took a
By
while.
the way, that was the Raiders' first down of the entire second half.
Yeah. Right, and it was only about a 3-yard first down.
Went for 2. They got it. Chargers drive here. Rivers looking for Dontrell Inman, who actually got in on defense in this one. Chargers running low on DBs. The story on this play, though, is that a PI flag was drawn. So San Diego gets another set of downs. 4 plays later, Josh Lambo turns that into 3 points. And we are tied up. We are going to overtime. Charles Woodson,
It's like,
your
not
night
on
is
my
not
night.
over yet.
Not on my
Looks like
night.
I'm padding some stats now. Watch this.
All right, overtime. Raiders ball first. They need this one, 3rd and 8.
Does he get 2 catches for
No,
that?
just one, Will. He
Just
only
one?
gets one.
Sure?
Yeah, but he gets an extra, 10 yards
That's a
rushing
big
for
play.
dragging
He gets a
players.
big play.
Yes.
Seth Roberts really worked for that one. 33 yards down to the 10-yard line.
Okay, where's Mr. Woodson?
Here's the play we've
So
been
we've
waiting
got
for
a
all
first and
night
goal
long.
We got a reverse pass. Well, potential pass, but he does the right thing and touches it.
And
He
he took a
loses
big
3
hit.
yards.
They called this the Heisman pass. He had the option to throw or to run it, and he took a loss of 3. 3 plays later, Sebastian
Seabass.
Janikowski put up 3, and the Raiders are up in overtime, 23-20.
Rivers is like, I
Remember,
got this.
the
I've done
field
this
goal
before.
doesn't win it
Right.
on the first drive in overtime, so the Chargers get an answer, chance to answer.
I mean, it was really high to Danny Woodhead, really nowhere, no one in the
4th and
vicinity.
3, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sticks route,
But either way,
trying to get the first down,
right.
continue to drive.
Yeah, but that bath right there from Mr. Woodson's really cold. Right.
I don't
ready
think
to
he
get out of
minded
there.
it very much
Not
on
at
this particular night. Raiders winning a flag-filled game in which they had as many accepted penalties as first downs. It was not pretty.
We showed you the Patriots loss, so that opened the door for Denver to not only win the AFC West, but also be the 1 seed. Peyton Manning dressed for the first time since November 15th. Brock Osweiler, however, still getting the start. Opening possession, Osweiler to the 88 club. Demarius Thomas, he outruns everybody on the sweep cut. 72 yards. Of course, every scoring play is reviewed as to whether or not he stepped out of bounds. He did not.
Start a football game.
Although he came very close. Touchdown stand, 7-zip Denver. But that was about it for Denver in the first half because they couldn't hang on to it. Emmanuel Sanders coughs it up after grabbing one. Steve Williams recovers, not Tiger's former caddy. Then Osweiler, and we got all sorts of problems there. Osweiler again, that one's tipped.
We're giving it to the other team here, guys.
Yeah, and finally, you can see Manning, he had his helmet on for most of the first half, obviously listening to things. And then in the third quarter, only up 1, C.J. Anderson, he fumbles, recovered by Adrian Phillips, as Manti Te'o jarred it loose. 5th turnover of the game for Denver. These guys are playing for not only the division championship, but the 1 seed.
You never win when you turn it over 5 times.
So look who's getting loose. Number 18. But in the meantime, Philly Riv, Antonio Gates, almost with like 1 mid on this one.
Riv, Antonio Gates, man, that's just a wonderful marriage.
That is a
These two
man's
guys,
play right there.
They've made history.
13-7, San Diego's got the lead. So what does Denver do to shake things up? Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Fans are excited about this one.
First time since Week 10 against Kansas City where they got blown out at home. Little pitch and catch to Jordan Norwood. But 2 plays later, it really was the ground game that got it done for Denver here. C.J. Anderson initially ruled a touchdown. Of course, every scoring play is reviewed. Anderson would be ruled out at the 1 and would later punch it in, so Denver took a 1-point lead. On to the 4th. Same score, Broncos ball. Manning, Thomas. Ball had a little more zip on it, Mooch, didn't you think?
Good. It looked better than when we last saw him.
They would tack on 3 more and lead by 4. Next Chargers possession, Philly Riv, Tyrell Williams. How's this for your first NFL catch, LT?
Yeah, that referee can run.
80 yards, and the Chargers reclaim the lead. Next Broncos possession, Manning, Sanders. That's a gain of 18 and a first down. Okay, so that one you could have timed with the sundial. I get it. Then Manning to Sanders for 15 more.
Go.
Broncos would add another field goal to tie it at 20. Next Denver possession. Under 8 to go. Manning. Sanders, and he overthrows him. And you ain't kidding. He took a few shots. A shot deep, and then he also took one from Damian Square. Call that the square root.
Welcome back.
Broncos would have to punt. Next Chargers drive. Rivers looking for Williams, but he's picked off by Shiloh Keough.
Oh, man.
So Denver's in business inside the 25.
What's up, man?
And they do this so well on Sunday. Ronnie Hillman, 15 carries, 117 yards, and that touchdown. Denver leads 27-20 with under 5 minutes to go. Next Chargers drive. 4th and 6 from the Denver 40. Philip Rivers. And he cannot keep the chains moving. Falls incomplete. Denver wins the West and the number 1 seed.